Baker Mayfield came into a situation in Cleveland where there were perhaps too many cooks in the kitchen. Now that Freddie Kitchens has taken over since Week 9, both the Browns and Baker Mayfield have seen a lot of return on that decision. We're going to dive into that here right now. Of course, brought to you by MyBookie. George and Eric here. What is the biggest thing that you've noticed from Baker Mayfield and the Browns offense?
Yeah, there were a lot of things that Baker was doing well prior to Kitchens taking over, but they weren't reflected in the stats. And now we're still seeing some of those good processes in place, but we're starting to see the stats come out as well. He's leading the NFL in yards per attempt with Patrick Mahomes since taking over. He's only taken 5 sacks during that time, also leading the NFL for least number there. He's just been terrific, and I think the offense is humming as a result.
There are a couple of things that they are doing specifically that are just a marker of good offenses. The Chiefs, the Saints, the Rams, they're always in the top of these different metrics, and we're seeing the Browns jump into them now. The biggest one that we look at is the percentage of dropbacks where the quarterback ends up throwing to an open receiver. That's about as basic as you can get. You want to drop back and you want to hit the open guy. Baker was 24th before Kitchens took over. He is second since Kitchens took over, behind only Patrick Mahomes. So that has been huge for them. And a couple of things that they're doing from a schematic standpoint that are generating those, they're using more play action, and on early downs, they're using more heavy sets and passing out of them. What we mean by that is 2 or fewer wide receivers and then throwing the ball using play action. That has generated a lot of good things for that offense.
Yeah, and those things compound, right? So early in the season, the Browns were one of the worst teams in the NFL in generating positive, sort of successful early down passing plays. Now they're one of the top few teams in the NFL, Colts being another one as well. So when you're successful on early downs, as you said, out of heavy formations, you get makeable second downs, you get makeable third downs, you avoid third down altogether. And for a young quarterback not being stuck in third and long all the time, it just puts less pressure on you. It allows you to be more efficient, and we've seen that compound as these weeks have gone on.
The best way to avoid third and manageable, just to get a first down. That's, I think, some sound advice. If you are looking to make a profit, perhaps on, MVP next season, and you like Baker's chances, you can head to mybookie.ag. Even if it's some random college game on a Tuesday night, they have got you covered, especially because they have in-game live betting. So even if you're late to the party, you are in good shape at mybookie.ag. You can use promo code PFF to get a $1 match on your first deposit. It's very simple. PFF plus mybookie.ag. You play, you win, you get paid. All right, looking forward here. Baker obviously coming from a tough situation, a little bit of a better situation here with Freddie Kitchens. Do you think this is the ceiling? Where are you going from here? He's at the top over the last few weeks. Is that really who he is?
Yeah, I think we're just going to see him increase here. Their offensive line, they had trouble at left tackle after replacing Joe Thomas in the offseason. Their wide receivers had drops early in the season. They're not doing as poorly now, but they could certainly do better on the outside there. I just see this as a part of an ascension for Baker Mayfield as opposed to sort of his ceiling here.
He's got this ability to do so many different things well. And to me, that is what Freddie Kitchens has implemented into this offense, right? Different sets. He's throwing a much wider variation of routes. This is starting to open up the potential that we saw with Baker Mayfield at Oklahoma, why we had him number one. I couldn't agree with you more. I think this is just the beginning. If his team, the rest of the team around him, continues to improve, we're talking about easily a top 10 quarterback for next season and beyond. So Browns fans should be very happy. Of course, thank you, Sashi, for all of this, really. For more, head to ProFootballFocus.com and subscribe to the PFF Forecast.